Hey, 49ers faithful. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates on our beloved San Francisco 49ers. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any breaking news or exciting updates about the Niners. The announcement of Patrick Surtain joining the San Francisco 49ers has sent shockwaves through the NFL landscape, and fans are already imagining how this move could reshape the defensive identity of the team. From the moment rumors began swirling, there was a buzz that transcended normal off-season chatter, a sense that something transformative was happening in the Bay Area. Surtain's reputation as a lockdown cornerback precedes him, a player whose ability to read quarterbacks and anticipate routes has made quarterbacks think twice about challenging his side of the field. Analysts have speculated endlessly about how he will mesh with the existing roster, especially considering the aggressive secondary schemes that the 49ers have employed in recent years. Some insiders suggest that his presence could elevate not only the cornerback unit, but also influence safety alignments, creating more opportunities for blitz packages and complex coverage schemes that could confuse even the most veteran quarterbacks. Beyond the XS and OS, there's a psychological impact to consider. Teams approaching the 49ers now have to plan for an additional layer of disruption, and it is likely that this could ripple across offensive game plans league-wide, subtly shifting the balance of power in matchups that once seemed predictable. What makes Surtain's acquisition even more intriguing is the potential for immediate synergy with existing players. Analysts are already drawing comparisons to previous defensive juggernauts, speculating that this pairing could ignite a renaissance in the 49ers' defensive philosophy. There's a sense that the front office is signaling a bold commitment to dominance, not just in the backfield, but across the entire defensive spectrum. Fans, of course, are caught between excitement and expectation, knowing that the pressure on Surtain to perform will be immense. But there's also a narrative brewing around mentorship, with the possibility that he could elevate younger players by example, instilling techniques and mental discipline that are difficult to quantify but easy to see on the field. Social media discussions reflect this duality. The anticipation of brilliance intertwined with the anxiety of adjustment periods, injuries, and chemistry issues that often accompany high-profile signings. Speculative pundits have begun crafting scenarios in which Surtain's impact goes beyond interception stats, influencing offensive tendencies, route designs, and even clock management in high-stakes games. Every snap, analysts argue, could be a chess move, with Surtain functioning as a defensive queen capable of changing the game in ways that extend beyond what the stat sheet can capture. The timing of this acquisition has also led to conjecture about the broader strategic vision of the 49ers. Some rumors suggest that the front office has been eyeing a long-term defensive makeover, and Surtain is the keystone piece that makes other moves feasible. This could imply that other high-profile cornerbacks or safety candidates might be targeted, not as isolated acquisitions, but as parts of a larger puzzle, each move designed to complement the new defensive centerpiece. Such speculation has fueled debates on sports forums, where fans dissect potential formations, hypothetical coverage schemes, and the ripple effects on the team's salary cap flexibility. There is a feeling among insiders that this is not just a reactive move, but a proactive statement, signaling that the 49ers are preparing for a season where defensive supremacy will be as critical as offensive efficiency. In practical terms, this could mean more aggressive zone blitzes, disguise coverages, and situational packages designed to neutralize the league's most prolific quarterbacks, all centered around the capabilities and instincts of Patrick Surtain. Rumors also abound about potential leadership roles within the locker room, suggesting that Surtain's presence could inspire confidence, instill discipline, and even influence coaching strategies, making him more than a player. He could become a symbol of defensive evolution for the franchise. Beyond tactical implications, there's a cultural conversation happening around Surtain's arrival. Observers note that his work ethic, approach to film study, and public persona align closely with the values that the 49ers have cultivated under recent leadership, a synergy that could accelerate his adaptation and maximize his effectiveness. Speculation is rampant about the ways this alignment could manifest on game day, whether through sideline communication, audible adjustments, or the subtle coordination between cornerbacks and safeties that often goes unnoticed but dramatically influences outcomes. Analysts predict that opposing quarterbacks might begin to alter their game plans even before the first snap, wary of testing a secondary anchored by a cornerback of Surtain's caliber. Rumors have circulated that this could lead to a psychological edge for the 49ers, an intangible advantage that shifts momentum and influences critical decision-making under pressure. Such discussions often delve into hypothetical matchups against top-tier receivers, imagining scenarios where Surtain's anticipation and footwork could create turnovers, disrupt timing, and fundamentally alter the narrative of key divisional and conference clashes. Fans and commentators alike are drawn to this speculative dimension, where the excitement is not solely about past achievements, but the thrilling possibilities of what might unfold when preparation, talent, and strategic foresight converge. Another layer of speculation concerns Surtain's potential impact on the team's draft strategy and future roster construction. Insiders suggest that by securing a player of his caliber, the 49ers might feel freer to explore other positions in the draft, knowing that the cornerback spot is fortified. This could influence trade rumors, mock drafts, and free agency chatter, creating a cascade of speculation that dominates sports media cycles. Analysts are already hypothesizing about complementary players who could benefit from Surtain's presence, projecting scenarios in which linebackers and pass rushers operate with increased confidence because the secondary now provides a safety net. This ripple effect extends to special teams, red zone defense, and even practice habits, where every player could be inspired to elevate performance levels. Rumors have hinted at possible collaborations between Surtain and veteran leaders, speculating that this mentorship could accelerate the development of emerging talents, creating a secondary that is not only talented but adaptive, versatile, and formidable against a range of offensive schemes. The layers of speculation feed a narrative that feels almost cinematic, where every strategic choice is intertwined with personality dynamics, skill synergies, and a shared ambition to dominate. Finally, the broader league implications of Surtain joining the 49ers are impossible to ignore. Sports pundits speculate that this move could trigger reactions from rival franchises, perhaps prompting defensive upgrades, offensive schematics adjustments, or even long-term shifts in player valuation across the league. The narrative surrounding Surtain is more than a story about one player. It's a potential catalyst for a chain reaction affecting team philosophies, trade market behaviors, and even coaching decisions. Fans are engrossed in the what-if scenarios, imagining seasons where this single acquisition redefines matchups, influences playoff trajectories, and creates memorable moments of defensive brilliance. Rumors swirl not only about the on-field impact, but also about branding, fan engagement, and media narratives, framing Surtain's arrival as a multifaceted event with implications that stretch far beyond the 40-yard line. Every discussion, every speculative analysis reinforces the sense that the 49ers secondary is entering a new era, one in which anticipation, strategy, and instinct converge to create a defensive unit capable of redefining expectations and rewriting conventional wisdom across the league. As the media frenzy continues, speculation about Surtain's off-field influence has begun to gain momentum. Rumors suggest that his leadership style, discipline, and approach to preparation could influence team culture in subtle but powerful ways. Analysts are imagining scenarios where he becomes a guiding force for younger players, mentoring them not only in technique, but also in mindset, work ethic, and situational awareness. These discussions often revolve around his film study habits, preparation routines, and the way he communicates with coaching staff, all factors that might accelerate the team's growth and cohesion. Fans have latched onto these narratives, imagining a secondary that is not only talented, but mentally resilient, adaptive, and cohesive. Speculation also extends to team meetings, practice habits, and locker room dynamics, suggesting that Surtain's presence could elevate standards, influence accountability, and even shape strategic discussions in ways that ripple far beyond the defensive backfield. The idea is that his influence is not limited to athletic performance, but permeates organizational culture, creating a defensive identity that blends talent with tactical sophistication, mental sharpness, and an almost instinctual understanding of the game. Some pundits have gone further, hypothesizing about how SURTAIN could alter the league's offensive strategies in the coming season. Rumors suggest that quarterbacks may hesitate to throw to his side, prompting offenses to adjust routes, formations, and even play-calling tendencies. Analysts imagine entire offensive game plans being rewritten in anticipation of his presence, with receivers running more cautious routes and coordinators designing plays to test different matchups. The speculation paints a vivid picture of SURTAIN as a disruptive force, one whose influence extends beyond individual matchups into broader tactical considerations. Fans debate these hypotheticals endlessly, creating a narrative in which the 49ers are no longer simply reacting to opponents. They are actively shaping how other teams play, using strategic positioning, anticipation, and defensive versatility as tools to dominate the psychological and tactical aspects of the game. The excitement is not only about immediate results, but the ripple effect across a league that now must account for his presence in every relevant decision, from draft picks to free agency to game day strategy adjustments. In addition to tactical speculation, there's a narrative forming around potential mentorship and legacy building within the team. Analysts suggest that SURTAIN's arrival could accelerate the development of younger cornerbacks, safeties, and even linebackers, creating a culture of learning and improvement. Rumors abound that his guidance could help shape the next generation of elite defenders, instilling habits and techniques that might otherwise take years to develop. Fans are intrigued by the idea of a defensive renaissance in San Francisco, imagining a secondary capable of executing complex coverages, disguising intentions, and neutralizing top-tier offenses with a blend of skill and strategy. This speculation extends to leadership roles, communication on the field, and even intangible factors like confidence, composure, and game intelligence, creating a narrative where SURTAIN's impact is both measurable and immeasurable, tangible and psychological, immediate and long-term. Every analyst discussion reinforces the idea that this acquisition is not just a transaction. It's a statement of intent, ambition, and forward-thinking strategy by a franchise intent on leaving a lasting imprint on the league. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The financial and strategic dimensions of the acquisition have also fueled speculation. Rumors suggest that the 49ers have carefully structured the deal to maximize both immediate impact and long-term flexibility, allowing the team to pursue complementary signings or draft opportunities. Analysts imagine scenarios in which this signing influences the front office's broader vision, from salary cap management to secondary depth chart planning. Fans and commentators alike speculate on potential ripple effects, including trade rumors, free agency shifts, and draft strategies influenced by the certainty that SURTAIN provides a cornerback. There's a sense that this move could alter the calculus for other teams as well, triggering strategic responses across the league, from adjustments in player valuation to shifts in offensive planning to defensive schematics designed specifically to counteract his abilities. The intrigue lies not just in what he brings on the field, but in how the organization can leverage his presence to optimize long-term competitiveness, creating a narrative rich with strategic nuance, speculation, and high-stakes intrigue that captures the imagination of analysts and fans alike. Beyond the numbers and tactics, speculation also centers on the intangible aura that SURTAIN brings to the team. Rumors suggest that his confidence, composure, and understanding of situational football could elevate the mental game for the entire defensive unit. Analysts imagine scenarios where his anticipation and communication allow the 49ers to execute complex coverage schemes, adjust dynamically to offensive motions, and create turnovers that shift momentum at critical junctures. Fans speculate endlessly about matchups against elite receivers, imagining tight coverage, contested catches, and game-changing interceptions that reflect both skill and preparation. This narrative positions Surtain as a transformative presence, one whose impact extends beyond measurable statistics into the realms of psychology, anticipation, and strategic influence, reinforcing the idea that this acquisition could redefine how the 49ers approach defensive football, challenging opponents, inspiring teammates, and setting a new standard for excellence at the cornerback position. Another layer of speculation revolves around potential playoff implications. Analysts and fans alike imagine scenarios where Surtain's presence allows the 49ers to dominate critical divisional matchups, disrupt high-powered offenses, and control games in ways previously thought unattainable. Rumors suggest that his influence could be felt in red zone defense, third down efficiency, and key situational matchups that often determine postseason success. The excitement is amplified by the potential narrative arcs, a young star stepping into a leadership role, elevating both teammates and overall team performance, while forcing opponents to adjust strategies and schemes in real time. Fans are drawn to the possibilities, envisioning a defensive unit that is both feared and respected, capable of rewriting expectations and creating memorable moments that become defining elements of the season. The speculation extends to broader league narratives, with Surtain's acquisition potentially influencing playoff trajectories, media storylines, and even the reputations of rival quarterbacks and offensive coordinators who must navigate this reinforced secondary. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.